Hey, hi everyone. So we are going to do an hour-long practice for your hips. I don't know if you've been sitting a lot this week in weird positions, and also just the whole tone of the week with all that we've been moving through. I think it's time to get really grounded, chill, and open up the hips a little bit. So I started a few minutes early. I put on my Facebook page and on Instagram that I was going live at 4:30. So if you are just joining, that's awesome. I can't see you because YouTube, in this open format, it allows more people to view and to view for free if that's what they need to do. And I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy you're watching at whatever point you watch. So awesome. All right. Let's start with some wrist stretches. You're going to put your hands down in front of you with the fingertips pointing backwards. So I'll move back so you can actually see my hands. And just take a few breaths here. Elbows bent. Relax your shoulders down. Let your head hang. Start to deepen your breath. And as you're doing this, feel your sit bones. Feel what's touching the earth. Relax your jaw. And just come into feeling your body. Feel your breath. Feel where you're getting a stretch in your wrist, maybe in your back or your hips. And breathe even deeper. All right, release, sit up tall, send your hands out to the sides. Take deep inhale, spreading out the bones of your hands, your shoulder blades resting on your back, but broaden the scapula away from each other. Exhale, one finger at a time into a fist and roll the knuckles down. Yeah, feel left to right. Maybe you've got a tighter side. Turn your palms, face them forward. Inhale. Exhale, thumb in, fingers around the thumb, light squeeze there, and send the pinky side of your fist towards the earth. Relax your jaw and fill your back body. So I tend to lift my front ribs up. Fill the back body, lengthen your front ribs down. Back to the first one, inhale. Exhale, one finger at a time into a fist, roll the knuckles down. Turn your palms, face them forward, thumb side up, inhale. Exhale, thumb in first, fingers around the thumb, light squeeze there. Close your eyes, and if you, like me, forgot to turn off your phone or put it on Do Not Disturb, do that now. All right. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Feel how you are right now. Feel what is present in your body. Like, what's the physical sensation? Where are you feeling tightness? Can you breathe into those areas? And then opening up through your breathing, we connect to the more emotional, energetic body. The deep breathing that we do is really the doorway to the deeper, more subtle aspects of the yoga practice. So moving beyond the physical and into what I think creates more resilience to stress is the ability to feel and connect to your emotions and your emotional body. So allow whatever you're feeling to bubble up and come through. If it's ready to do that, good for you. If that feels challenging or inaccessible or just weird, let it go. Don't worry about it. Just feel your breath. Feel what you can. Spread open the bones of your feet. Feel your sit bones on the earth. Now let's take 3 more deep breaths like that. Open your eyes, stack your right knee on top of the left, and then take a moment, sit up tall. If you cannot have the bottom leg bent like that, straighten it out or sit up on a pillow or a blanket. Alternate nostril breathing. You'll take your right hand, fold down the first 2 fingers, leave the thumb and the ring finger available. Block off the right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril for about a count of 5. Hold the breath in, so pinch off just below the cartilage gently and hold for about a count of 20. But be easy about it. If holding your breath brings up any anxiety, we don't want that. Let it go. Just keep breathing. Exhale through the right nostril for about a count of 10. And then inhale through your right nostril for about a count of 5. Pinch off the breath and hold for about a count of 20. And exhale through your left nostril. Do 1 more round like that. Forget the numbers. If you're tripping on the numbers, it doesn't have to be 5, 20, 10. That's a basic ratio. A key is a real long hold and a twice as long exhale than inhale. All right, let's do this round. I won't talk you through it. I want you to feel left to right. Maybe there's a difference in the nostrils and in your breath, and just giving the mind something to focus on, like, oh, now I'm breathing left, then I'm breathing right, now I'm holding. This is very, very calming to the body. Make sure that it's calming. So if holding the breath doesn't work for you, like I said, let it go. When you finish, change the cross of your legs. Bring your left knee on top and do 2 rounds of alternate nostril breathing. We'll talk you through the first one. Block off the right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Hold the breath in if that is accessible or feels soothing to you. If not, you will just move on to the exhale and then continue inhaling and exhaling through alternate nostrils. If you're holding the breath, hold for a little while longer. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Hold. Exhale left. Do this last round on your own. You can track your inhale, feel where it feels really good to breathe and let the inhale lengthen you up. When you hold, soften around the edges and feel if you can become a container of breath, which is energy, force. without clamping down on it. If it creates any panic or anxiety, like I said, exhale. Let your exhale be smooth, steady, and slow. So it's not just everything out at once. Slow it down. When you finish, take your legs out in front of you. And just take a moment to feel what that just did. So, for my nervous system, it calmed me down and it brought me really present. You can do alternate nostril breathing at any time you want. Bring your right foot in, right hand behind you. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, you're going to hug around the front of the shin. Relax your shoulders down. Feel your right hip. Draw it down and root it slightly forward. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, twist. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. Good. Second side. Bring the left foot in. Left hand behind you. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, twist. Relax your shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. All right, come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together into Baddha Konasana. Unlocking the hips. You're going to lean over to your right, grab onto your left thigh bone, draw it out, and sit that sit bone back down. Have your hand tractioning downward and out. So you're creating space in your hip joint. If you imagine the ball and socket that is your hip joint and leg bone, you're just creating a little more space in that socket. So leaning over, you're going to let your right elbow bend and lean, let your head hang. Now breathe into your hip that you're tractioning. Using your exhale, soften somewhere, relaxing the jaw. Feel your sit bones. Now, taking a twist, you're going to go out towards that right thigh. Inhale. And exhale. Any amount you're twisting. So I'm feeling this all around my left hip, left side waist, like back in here where I'm tractioning and I'm twisting away from. Shoulders are down. Doesn't matter if your spine is long here because we're focusing in the hips. Release. Let's go to the second side. And lean over to the left. Grab onto your right thigh bone. Draw it out. Oh, bring that hip down. Leaning straight over to the side. Bend the left elbow. Draw it down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, as you lean, relax your jaw. And continue to use this downward and out motion as feels good in your body, never overdoing it. It shouldn't hurt. This is just creating a little space in that hip. It should feel really good. I like to do this after I travel on long distance flights. Second part, you're going to inhale, extend out to the left. And exhale here into this twist. It's part twist and part forward. Fold again. I'm feeling it all over here, the right side of sacrum and lower back. All right, release. Coming out of that, let's go to all fours. Spread out the bones of your hands, hands shoulder distance apart. Really press the finger pads into the mat and move into your cat stretches. You can move any way that feels really good to your body right now. So as we're grounding and moving into the hips, I want to emphasize pleasurable movement. We need that now more than ever. We need to feel good. So tracking your breath, feeling sensation, like where does it feel really good? These are great ways to focus in your yoga practice right now. Move anyway, maybe you turn and look at your tail. You have more wrist stretches if you want to do them. Palms up, leaning back. I like this one a lot. Do what feels good to you. And into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. And then in your downward dog, bend one knee. You're going to hang out in the stretch of that straighter leg. And then change it up. And slowly walk your feet up to where your hands are. And roll your way up to stand, letting the upper body be really relaxed as you come up. We're going to move through some sun salutations together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Take the right knee back and put it down on the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Hands down. Step back to plank. It's a really strong plank. Reach back through the heels, forward through your chest. Slowly lower it down. You can always bring your knees down first. Keep the shoulders away from the floor, away from the ears the whole way down. Let's do a low cobra. Inhaling, opening up the chest. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between the hands. Put the back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Take the left knee. Ground through your back shin, down into the front foot. Inhale, rise. Hands down. Step back to plank. You feel rooted and grounded. Those toes are tucked under. You're reaching back through the heels. Feel the spread of your hand bones. Press the fingertips into the mat, almost like you're clawing. And then lower down. Low cobra. Exhale back, downward dog. Lunge. Step the left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step up to the front of the mat. Hang here, folding forward. Hold opposite elbows. Just let your head hang. Relax your neck, soften the knees, and let your body just hang out. Deep breath in and out. All right, bend the knees. Sit back. Lay down for abdominals. Let's do a little elbow to knee to start, and you can take an elbow to knee with a thigh traction, much like we did in the beginning of class. Your hand goes on the top of that thigh that you're reaching out with, and you grab like this, grab and lengthen. As you lengthen, send your sit bone towards the tailbone, so that if you don't do that, the leg will likely rotate out.
All right, clasp your hands behind your head. Inhale, head and shoulder blades up. Press the lower back down. Curl your tailbone up. Exhale, twist up and over to the right thigh. Straighten the left leg. Take your left hand onto the top of the thigh. Traction it out. Send the sit bone towards the tailbone. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back into the mat. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left. Straighten the right leg. Traction out your right thigh. Reach through the ball of your right big toe and send the sit bone. Let's try sending the sit bone forward. Like if you had a long tail, go towards the end of your tail, if you can imagine that. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press. Top rim of sacrum down. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right. Straighten the left leg. Pull the lower belly down. Press that lower back into the mat. Curl up a little higher. Inhale, come back to center. Breathe into lower back. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left thigh. Straighten the right leg. Pull the belly down. Traction out your thigh bone. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back down. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist right. Straighten left leg. Pull the belly down. Reach more through the straight leg. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back down. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, twist left. Straighten right. And pull the belly down. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. And take a couple breaths here. We're going into frog. So your legs are going to come out like this. These are frog legs. If this is a lot, rest your feet on the wall. Go to a wall or like your bed, propping up the legs so that you're not having to grip. And if it's hurting, you definitely don't want to have your feet in the air, right? If it just feels intense, you have to gauge that for yourself. Like, are you getting something out of it? Because you get a lot out of putting your feet on the wall. When you take the legs out of the equation to focus on your core. Clasp hands behind your head, flex your feet. Inhale, head and shoulder blades up, your elbows straight up towards ceiling. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Send your thigh bones out towards the side walls. Pull the lower belly down towards the spine. Inhale, rest head into the hands. Breathe your lower back and pelvis. Exhale, curl, tailbone up. Send thigh bones out. Pull the lower belly down. Inhale, rest head into your hands. Breathe into your lower back. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Send the thigh bones out. Pull the lower belly down. Go for 4 more on your own. And those of you like me who really like straddle, go for straddle. All right. So I'm taking the legs straight out because that feels good in my hips. Inhale. And exhale, curl. It's a funny camera angle. Release. Help your legs together. Bend the knees and bring the legs together. So if you have a block, a yoga block, I want you to grab it and you're going to use it for this next one. If you do not have a block, do not stay up as long. You might be able to take a bunch of books and prop them under. We're going to do bridge. So it looks like this. You're going to lift your hips up. You're going to put the block underneath your sacrum. Like I said, you can do this without the block, but it is really challenging on the muscles, and I don't want you to strain your body. So you could just lift and lower if you don't have a block, turning on the butt muscles, turning on the backs of the legs. If you are with me right now, and yes, you can do this without the block, just don't stay up as long. You're going to take that leg. You see, I'm really flexible, so I can bring the leg way back here, and this feels good to go here. But you don't have to do that. Really, you could do this without the block and just be here, or here, or here, right? You have options, including not doing it and raising and lowering your hips, okay? And let's take 2 more breaths. Second part, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Lengthen your thigh bone out on that diagonal and allow the hip flexors to open, the hips to spread wide. Relax your jaw. Second side, those of you with no block and you're raising up and down, that's going to get old. So why don't you stand up and do horse stance, which is like goddess pose in some traditions. Your toes are turned out, you're coming down into a squat, and that'll help open up your hips. Take 3 more breaths in whatever kind of lunge shape you're doing. If you are in horse stance, you can come into lunges and take pyramid lunge flow. So you're going in and out of a hamstring variation. If you don't know what that is, just do a lunge on both sides, 5 breaths. That'll be similar to what we are doing now. Finishing up, cross the left ankle over right thigh. Now release. Coming out of that, finishing up if you're doing lunges, roll to your side and come up. Let's finish with a couple more sun salutations and then move into standing poses. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Take the right foot back, keep the knee up. If you want, you can always put it down. And then stay here for a few breaths. Come down a little bit deeper as you can. Really turn on that back leg. And then bring the rib cage back. Hands down. Step back to plank. Slowly lower. Low cobra. Exhale back, downward dog. Lunge, bring your right foot forward between your hands. Get real solid in your lunge. Reach back, deepen the bend as your knee allows. Bring the hands down. Step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, ride the breath, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Lunge, left foot back. Inhale. Hands down, step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Cobra or low cobra. Exhale back to downward dog. Lunge, left foot forward. Exhale, hands down. Step up to the front of the mat. Stay in a forward fold. Soft knees, reach back, clasp your hands behind your back. And roll out your shoulders. Shake your head out, yes and no. Adding in some standing poses. Bend the knees, lower the hips. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to plank. Let's come through upward dog or stick with cobras.
Exhale back, downward dog. We'll do downward dog with shoulder shrugs. You step your right foot forward and come into warrior two. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to see my upper back like that. So here you go. Follow along with me. Inhale into upper back. Hold the breath. Take the shoulders up. Shoulders straight back. Squeeze shoulder blades together and draw down. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, move the shoulder blades together and draw down. Bend your elbows. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, send the bottom tips of the shoulder blades and the elbow tips towards each other and draw down. One more time. Inhale into upper back. Hold the breath. Take your shoulders up. Shoulders straight back. Squeeze shoulder blades together and draw down. Inhale into upper back. This time, just go straight back. Try to get the middle border of the shoulder blades like they could actually touch and draw down. Bend your elbows. Inhale. And exhale. Send the bottom tips of the shoulder blades and elbow tips towards each other and down. Inhale, reach your arms out. And exhale into reverse warrior. Your back hand down the back leg or supporting the lower back. If you want to take the neck release, you could do it here. We're going to come into triangle pose. Bring your feet a little closer together. Triangle pose. You can let your head hang like this. You can elongate the spine. Really get the hip to move back so that both sides of ribs are long, shoulders down. I'm wiggling a lot because this is a hard pose for me to get. And there's a lot of different ways that over the years in the yoga world, we've been taught very different things. So, my body's like organizing all the things that I've learned. So most importantly, hamstrings are being stretched, both legs are straight. It should feel good. Spine is long. And this hip, not back, forward. Release. Put your hands down on the mat. Let's come through a boat pose this time. Lower down. So you're laying down on your belly. And take the arms by the side with your palms facing up. Inhale. Lift the feet, the hands, and the heart. Come up. Stay here. As you exhale, you're going to lengthen the fingertips back, move the chest forward, send your sit bones more back towards toes. And release. Downward dog. Bring your right foot forward. And let's do what my teacher on Forest created that's called kite hawk. It looks like this. Like this, headless warrior two. Inhale. Spread the collarbones, rotating your arm bones, send the palms up, the thumbs back. Lift the chest, spread open the heart. Exhale, moving from shoulder blade up, you're going to wrap your shoulder blades away from each other on the back as your thumbs come forward and then back. Draw the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Most important thing here, you're getting mobility in your upper back, that area that's getting so frozen as we sit in our homes, as we stress, as we do a ton of shit online. All right, reverse warrior. And come on up, straighten the front leg, and come into triangle pose. And deepen your breath. All right, feel through your feet. So create some sense of grounding through the bones of your feet. Spread out, press more into the outer edge of the back foot. Feel the ball of the right big toe pressing down. You can lift and spread your toes to really spread the foot out and then bring the toes back down to keep the spread. There. That's my current Trikonasana. And then micro bending that front knee. And here I'm hyperextending, here I'm not. All right, release. Come down to all fours. It's time for Dolphin, one of my favorite poses. Let's do Dolphin with one leg up. Option to do other things if you know them, all right? Otherwise, Dolphin with one leg up with me. Clasp your hands around your triceps to measure. And then you can do hands clasped or forearms parallel. Relax your neck, let your head hang. Press the earth away so you get up off of those shoulder joints. Drag shoulders away from the ears, tuck the toes, lift your hips. And breathing here in your Dolphin pose, feel, can you lift up out of the shoulders even more? Maybe you have room to walk your toes a little bit further forward. To take one leg up, step the feet a little bit closer together and pick a leg and take it up. And then you're going to reach through that leg and you're going to let the down hip, the hip that's supporting you, you got to lift up there as well because it gets kind of jammed. Relax your neck and deepen your breath. And change sides. Release. Come down. Reorient to downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward into warrior one. So now you're going to face the short end of your mat in your warrior one. Really trying to square the hips as best as you can, bringing your front ribs in and reaching up. Okay, let's take this shape. Left elbow, pat yourself on the back. Bring the right fingertips up, grab a strap, towel, grab your shirt. Do what you can. See, like this or like this. Most importantly, breathing into your shoulders. Feel your feet get grounded. Keep pressing into the outer edge of the back foot. Take a deep inhale into your left side of sacrum, left butt, that whole area. And then exhale, bring the left butt, left side of sacrum a little more forward. Left hip point forward. Keep that, release the arms, inhale. We're gonna come into a twist. You can take left elbow to the right thigh. You can stay here, twisting warrior, that back heel is down, or pick up the back heel and make it a twisting lunge. See how your body likes that. And if you want and need to, bring the knee down. All of those are great options. Find one that works. 3 more breaths.
Release, put your hands down, straighten your front leg, pyramid pose. If you're using a block, you could put your hands on a block. You can step your back foot forward. You can put your hands on a chair in front of you or a bed or a table if the hands don't reach the floor or you don't have a block. Also, lower back people, bring the hands here. See how I brought my left hip forward? Hands here, traction. This might be the best option for a lower back, kind of sensitive person. Be here. Lengthen your chest towards your shin. Rather than your head moving towards your shin, lengthen the chest. 2 more breaths like that. Release. Step back. Come on down. All the way to the belly. Reach back, clasp your hands behind your back. Drag the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the feet, the hands, the heart. Come up. Boat pose. Opening up the chest. Turning on the leg power to reach through the toes. And squeeze legs inward towards each other. Release. Head on back to downward facing dog. Warrior 1, step your left foot forward between the hands. All right, right elbow is the top elbow. Pat yourself on the back. Bind or grab a strap or a towel. Release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh, and take your twist. Things to think about: keep a deep bend in the front knee, a strong reach back through the back leg. Again, make it a lunge if you need to, or if you want to. They're just 2 different, not necessarily a modification. It's really 2 different poses. It can be a modification if it hurts. So you can also relax your neck and look down. I am liking lengthening my spine and looking up right now. That changes every day. New practice. Feel how you root and ground through your feet right now. I'm feeling a little unstable. Release, hands down. Straighten the front leg, step the back foot forward. You don't have to straighten this front leg. You can have it a little bit bent. Find a position that feels good to you. You're opening up hamstrings, hips and lower back here. It's a big stretch. So you can be up here if you are sensitive in lower back. From here, step up to the front of your mat and stand up. All right. You can go to a wall if you need support for balancing. We're going to stand on the right leg and bring the left shin up for a standing balancing pigeon. Yeah. Try to find stability in times like these. Really important to practice balancing every day.
So the shin is, as you can see, up, like I'm actually doing pigeon on the floor. Everybody's going to be different. Your leg may not get where mine is, you know. It's just not down here. This is tree, and that's fine. You could do tree. This, what it gives you is outer hip rotation and a stretch on the outer hip. Flex the foot. Breathe through your whole spine and feel that this is also a great chest opener and spine lengthener. All right, release out of that. Move on to second side. Release. Step back up to the front of your mat. Bend the knees, lower the hips. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to plank. Head to ankle prep. For this one, bring your right foot forward. The feet go into warrior two, which is more heel to heel or heel to center arch. It's just that your hips open. Your left hand is going to go back towards the left foot, right hand on right inner thigh. So I'm not mirroring you if you just got really confused. I stopped mirroring because my brain can't handle it right now. Okay. From here, straighten the front leg, turn the toes to point towards that long edge of your mat. Flank stretch, walk your hands to your back foot. That's your left leg probably. Open up right flank. Breathe in a way that feels really good to you and feel your bones supporting you. You got strong legs, a long spine. We're going to head out of this and into lunge. So you're going to walk it all the way up to the front of your mat. Put your back knee down. You might want to pad that knee. We're going to bring the heel into the butt. Maybe this is for a quad stretch. You can stand up and do this. If you're more flexible like I am, bring your fingertips up over the foot as you bring the foot in. So you go like this. Fine to hold it either way. Just a slight variation for those of you that are a little more flexible. As you bring the foot in, bring your hip forward, pull your front heel back towards the back of the mat so you engage your legs strongly. Release. Let's head on back. Vinyasa of your choice, cobra, upward dog, skipping it. If you skip it, just head back to downward dog. That's where we'll meet. Take a couple breaths here, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Warrior two. Head to ankle prep. Walk your right hand back towards the right foot. Lengthen. Release. Flank stretch. Release. Walk it back up to the front of your mat. Put the back knee down. Lunge. H to the B. That's heel to the butt. Release. Okay. Options. Dolphin variations. So those of you that know dolphin with one leg up into dorsal fin, you'll do that if you want to. If you know how to just bring one arm up and you like that, do that. If you don't know those things, I'm not going to teach it specifically today, so I don't want you to try it. On another day, I will explain those things. Today, we're focusing on getting into the hips. So it's just not that worth it, all right, for you to you constrain yourself. So your option, if you don't know what I just said, is dolphin, which we already did. You're going to do it with your palms up. So this is about chest and shoulder opening as well as hips. And it looks like this. You come into dolphin, lift the elbows up, lift the forearms up. Turn your palms, face them upward. You can put a block between your hands. You want shoulder distance apart. And your palms are up. Send the thumbs really strongly away from each other. Just this is enough. You don't have to go into full dolphin. So you could come here, my palms are up. That's for those of you that are doing that. Those of you that are not, we're going to take one leg up. You can repeat what we already did. So actually, no, we're not taking one leg up. We're going to take one arm up. Like I said, if you don't know how to do this, I need to teach you the mechanics so that you can do this safely at another time. All right, if you are doing dorsal fin, here's what it looks like. If your palms are up, you probably want to come down and take a moment. You can always come back up. You can take one leg up. Release. All right. Head on back to downward facing dog. We have one more set of standing poses. This is going to be longer than an hour. Oh well. Take your, let's do right foot into a lunge. All right.
So lunge, straighten the front leg and step your back foot forward, bring the heel down. We're going into twisting triangle. So I said lunge, but that also could have been more of like a warrior one setup, but we'd move the feet together. All right. Heels are aligned with your hips. Left hand is down. Put your right thumb into the crook of your right hip and drop back. Lengthen your spine and take your twist. Twisting triangle. You might separate the feet to the place that works for you. Release the hands down. Take the back leg up. Vertical split. So you can have a situation where you, instead of taking both legs up, you bend the knees and you balance. Play with whatever's going to make you happy and bring a little joy and feel interesting in your body. All right, step back. Let's go right back into downward dog. Step your left foot forward into a lunge. Straighten the front leg, step the back foot forward, put the back heel down on an angle, twisting triangle. Inhale, lengthen spine, and exhale, twist. All right, bring hip down. The left hip moves. Left hip forward and down, right hip back. Vertical split. Have fun with this. Play. Don't torture yourself. You don't have to go into a split. It's not worth it. Bend the knees. Make it fun. All right. Come on down and head back to child's pose. All right, come up. We're going to go into a couple different variations that are pretty deep hip openers. So you'll bring your right foot forward. And in head to ankle, you're bringing your right shoulder underneath your right thigh as far as you can. So if I show it from this way, it's this. Okay. My back knee is down. Notice my knee is not way back here so that my hip is lower than my knee. Right here, I have no room to get under there. So I have to bring my knee in. And now I have room. So I can actually get under there. And now this is me. This is like crazy body. Not everybody can do this. Like, it's not a circus. You're not auditioning for Cirque du Soleil. So you go to where you can go, right? Any part of this is great. Another thing to consider is tucking the back toes under and spinning that back heel down, right? So you might get into it from here. And this is not a warrior pose. A warrior pose, my foot would be really further apart. But here I need to be pretty close together so that my hip is higher than my knee and I have room to move. Okay? Head to ankle. You could play with airplane. If your head's not under your ankle and you want to try something with your hands up off of the mat, airplane, clasping the hands behind the back. Those two options are available for you. What are you doing if you can't do those? Back knee down, and you're here. Hold the ankle. Put your head near it. You're in head to ankle. Yay, you. I mean, all of it. It's all really great. And it's opening, which is what we're after. So from here, you're going to shimmy that shin across and go into pigeon. Do a pigeon that serves you. So that could be right here, folding forward, or it could be on your back. Take this shape. Do one that feels good to you. And those of you that want to do splits, come into splits. I just thought of 17 different things that I wanted to do that we could do at another time. So get ready. Try to find something you can use for a strap in the future, some things you can use for blocks, and a beach towel. All right. Let's head on back. Come on back through a vinyasa of your choice. Cobra, upward dog, skipping it. Head to ankle, left foot forward. Back knee down. Maybe what's going to get you into whatever is the next variation where you want to breathe. And how do you know where it is you want to be? It's somewhere that you can breathe, that still feels, challenging. You're in your hips. You're getting a good stretch out of it. Back knee up or down. Pigeon. Pigeon on your back. Moving into splits if you're into it. Splits if you haven't already. We are almost done. Come on up. Take a comfortable cross-legged seat. Neck release. Relax your jaw. Let's start here, actually. The jaw is intense. Just put your fingers onto the jawline. Find the hinge of your jaw.
Go slowly, just move around. You'll find a spot right at the top of the mandible, and then, massage your jaw as feels good. Let it go slack. You can take the heel of the hand. I mean, this is what it feels like right now, right? Yeah. Bring your hands right onto the right side of your chest. You're drawing out and down in a way that stretches your pecs. That feels good, and letting the head hang to one side. You might rotate your chin more towards the floor. Breathe into your hands. You're breathing into the area close to your heart. And go to the second side. Breathing into heart. Use your hands to draw the pecs out and slightly down and relax your jaw. Help your heavy head upright. Lay down on your back. You can come into happy baby and into a twist of your choice, and then take Shavasana. So in happy baby, you might stretch one leg and then the other. We worked the full rotation of the hip joints today. We also stretched out and released the shoulders, the neck. So hopefully you feel the effects of this class into your night. Twist of your choice. And you take your time unwinding your body. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.